My favorite thing about Danny has got to be his unending joy. Like, he's always making others laugh, and that's like a big part of who he is. And I think it's just really cool.
My favorite thing about David is definitely just how brilliant he is. I have to say, I've never had like a dull conversation with him. There's always some fascinating fact you learn.
I think my favorite thing about Kate definitely has to be the fact that she's my cousin. So no, we're not dating. I've known her my whole life, and just to see her excel and really just give it her all in mock trial and just growing together in that has been really, really cool.
My favorite thing about John is his encouragement. He has been one of the greatest encouragements and influences in my life. He's just an amazing cousin.
I like a lot of things about Fiona, but anybody who knows Fiona knows that she is like human sunlight. So she's such a joy to be around. She's always like building other people up, and she gives really good hugs.
My favorite thing about Grace is that she's always a great leader and willing to help the team in any way that she physically can.
My favorite thing about Jaden is how connected he is to God and how much he draws me closer to God as well.
My favorite thing about Thomas, it's quite a few things, but it'd probably be his ability to just like see people and see how they're feeling. He's very empathetic, and there's not many people I know who have the emotional intelligence he does or the care that he carries.
My favorite thing about Jenna is her hard work and determination, that she always is striving to just get better at everything she does, and that she is willing to take care of everyone around her. She's willing to take a moment out of her day to make sure that everyone else around her is better.
My favorite thing about Adrian is his love for music and praising the Lord.
My favorite thing about Thomas is how he thinks through things very deeply. So like, if you ask him a question, he's going to take a minute, process what the question is, and he's going to give you a logical response. And I think that's just a great thing about him.
My favorite thing about Grace is that she's always there for me, like no matter what. Ever since 7th grade, she's just always been there, and she's just the best person ever.
My favorite thing about Danny is how easy it is for him to tell or hear a joke. When I'm with him, it's always telling jokes and laughing. It's really fun.
How excited she gets about things that you tell her. She just seems really happy when you tell her about your life or things that are going on. Like, she really cares. It's really nice.
Adrian is probably one of the funniest guys I know. He's, whatever he puts his mind to, he's really, really good at it. So whether it be an attorney or a witness, he's just a boss at what he does.
My favorite thing about Jenna is how loving of a person she is, and she's just such a fun person to be around. And she's always up for boba dates.
What's my favorite thing about David? That he's really cool and always willing to be kind and helpful to anyone who needs it.
Wow. Okay. I love Kate's peaceful energy, which, let me explain. I really love how sweet she is and how when she comes into a room, she just barrels into you with a hug, and you just feel so safe and so just happy to see her, and you know that she's happy to see you. So I love that about Kate.
My favorite thing about Grace is that she has the ability to, like, when she's talking to someone, whether it's someone who's like their first day in mock trial or they've been in mock trial for 4 years, she always makes them feel like welcome, and she makes them feel wanted.
Favorite thing about John is that we have like all the same interests, from mock trial to chess, and we're just great friends. And I really like going number 1 and 2 in Baltimore Empire.
Something about Kate that sticks out to me is how selfless she is, especially with the way that she's been leading JV this year. She's spent a lot of time like coaching them and helping them, like putting them before herself, and I think that's really cool.
About Thomas, because he's my co-captain, I think the nice thing is that I always knew that if I had less energy or was emotionally not able to do something as a captain, I could rely on him for it. He's a very reliable person, which was always very helpful.
Something about David that sticks out to me is how like he always has a conversation to have with someone. Like, no matter what your interests are, he always molds what you want to talk about and brings like new like interesting stuff to the table.
Something about John that sticks out to me is how God-fearing and kind he is, while at the same time being one of the coolest people I know.
I think she's always the first person after every round, scrimmage, even after like sessions at class. She's always the first person to come up to me and tell me that I did a good job, and she'd ask me how I thought it went. Her reliability really sticks out.
Something about Grace that sticks out to me. There's a lot I could choose from, but I think I'd say her ability to be firm with the team and lead the team, but at the same time be compassionate and loving and be your friend. Very good at carrying both of those roles well.
Something about Danny that sticks out to me is he is hilarious, but more than that, he cares so much for his team and he's willing to work hard for them and work hard to succeed.
Something about Adrian that sticks out to me is how inclusive he is. Like, he brings everyone in. He wants to make sure that everyone feels seen and loved, and like when we're just like in our circles and like together in mock trial with everyone, he makes a really good point to like talk to people who aren't in our group as much, and I think that's a really good quality.
I'll go with two things. First, her laugh, it's just you can immediately recognize it from like a mile away. It's very unique. And then I think just the energy and the love she carries in whatever she does. She's just super, super caring, super, super tender, super, super graceful in everything she does. So she's a very gifted person.
I think one thing about Kate that really sticks out to me is probably how determined and dedicated she is to her goals. Like if she has something and she wants it, she's going to work as hard as she can to achieve it.
What sticks out to me about Jaden is just how he always is pushing everybody towards Christ. Like, he's the first person to volunteer when who wants to pray, and he's always encouraging, and also it's kind of fun because me and Jaden usually get widowed together when Grace and Thomas go away, and we have fun. He's nice.
His loyalty. He's always got your back, any situation, anytime. You can go to him with anything and he's got you.
Something about Fiona that sticks out to me is the way that she laughs, and really can make anyone laugh the way that she laughs. It's really funny.
Something that sticks out to me about David is just how smart he is. He always is able to grasp concepts about experts that would take me weeks to figure out. He's able to perfect and practices his performance so much that when he's on the stand, you believe that he's really an expert.
I think one thing about Thomas that sticks out to me is probably how, like at first glance, he seems like which he is a nice and timid guy, but when we go into the courtroom, he's like a fierce competitor and he doesn't back down. He's very strong and powerful in the courtroom, and he has a very commanding presence.
What sticks out to me about Danny is he's really energetic, and he loves Star Wars, and he's a great leader.
Something about Kate that sticks out to me is how she can really have a really good time and really just kind of have fun in whatever way that we want to.
What sticks out to me most about Jenna would probably be the sheer amount of information she has in her head and how well she can argue. I specifically take note of that when she argues pre-trial. She, by far, is always the best one there, no matter what round we're in, and yeah, she kind of just sweeps the field there.
I think we're like on the same wavelength with jokes, because like during rounds and stuff, we'll pass notes to each other that usually has nothing, informative on it. It's just a joke, but we always have like the same exact jokes, and it's funny because like I can predict what he's gonna write me.
Something that sticks out to me about Grace is she's just amazing. She's so encouraging and just has a way of making everyone on her team feel known, seen, and valuable, and that they have a huge role in that team.
My favorite memory with Danny was last year when we did Empire Baltimore, and he was a pre-trialer. So we got to have a lot of sessions together and like work through pre-trial and practice together, and it was really fun. I got to know him better. I mean, I've known Danny my whole life, but like it was really good spending that time with him.
Favorite memory with Jaden? Well, just the time we spent together, and we played basketball. It was great.
The best memory I've had with Jenna is when we got baptized on the same day. That was a really great memory.
I think a little bit of backstory. David is, he does his best at whatever he does. So if he gets put in a scenario where he's not super familiar with it, he will take it head on and absolutely do amazing. And probably my favorite memory with him was last year at Empire Baltimore, where we played this super, super fun, geeky kind of witness, and we both went 1-2 top witnesses in the entire competition.
The best memory I've had with Kate, I guess, is kind of a few memories, but just every time she spends the night at my house after mock trial, or I spend the night at her house, even if it's just like for a convenience thing so we don't have to drive so far, it's just like the best time I get to spend with her, and just like all the talks we've had and the memories, it's great.
My best memory of Fiona is all of the times we just laughed together. Like, we could be sitting on the couch or we could be running in the rain. It's always an amazing time. Specifically, one time we sat under the stars and looked at shooting stars for hours, just laughing and talking.
My favorite memory with Grace has got to be when we were in Chicago. It was right after the closing ceremony. We find out we were going to be in the final round at Empire, and one of the jurors comes up to Grace and he goes, "Dismember the other team." And it was kind of violent and graphic at the time, but she came up to me and told me what happened, and we just couldn't stop laughing.
That would be when we were dancing around the Christmas tree to the Christmas song and singing it as best as we could.
My best memory of Thomas is at Empire Chicago when I went to his guest witness rounds, and there were some rounds where when we go in, it was very clear that he was the most prepared witness in the room.
I think when I was trying to convince him to not wear cow slippers during a scrimmage that we were doing online, I won, of course.
I think just all the memories when we were co-counsel, sitting in row sessions and helping her with like cross points during scrimmages and rounds and stuff, that was really fun.
I've got lots of good memories with John.
Best memory I've had with Jaden definitely has to be
Also in Chicago, when we were on the subway there,
it's about like, I don't know, 50 minute ride, but
we had this super in-depth conversation about
what we want to do with our lives,
and then our future business ventures. So
how I guess like God was intertwined in that plan and how he was going to use us in the future.
it was pretty exciting.
And I think that was really a cool, impactful conversation.
What my best memory with Adrian, it was a while ago, but it was Baltimore. He poured so much into that team, especially me as a new attorney. He just encouraged us so much and made that experience so great.
I think my favorite memory with David was probably after hours and hours, 10 hours of mock trial, just rounds after rounds in Chicago. We all went back to our hotel room and we just played Clash Royale for the rest of the night. And it was really fun and it was a good time. And I beat David, so yeah.
Danny, okay, too many to count, but I'd say Chicago. We just had such a good time connecting, and then even over road trip, we just got to talk a lot. You know, he's a really energetic person, and so you know we like to spar off at each other. So you know, he's a really, really awesome guy.
So in Empire 2020, when we were in Utah, we had to get into character before every round, and so I would ask her questions as an attorney, tell her what she would expect from the trial and what cross-examination would look like for her character, and she would respond with her accent and everything. And it's really funny to look back on, but it was fun in the moment.
Yeah, so we sat together on our ride to Baltimore for a competition, and the playing TV was black for some reason, and all that was playing was the titles of a cooking show, and we were laughing about it.
Best memory with Kate. Once again, I think a Chicago memory comes up. It was when she was practicing her cross on me, but I was also practicing being louder. And we have this little technique called tummy time, where you lay on your stomach and grab your feet. And it was pretty funny and got a kick out of that.
The best memory I've had with John is probably the plane ride home from Chicago when me and Kate and John were in a row together, and it was just like kind of chaotic, but really fun. We were just like sleeping the whole time. And yeah, I think that was probably one of the best memories.
Something off the top of my head is before every round or scrimmage or whatever, he'd always go around and give all the guys mahogany teakwood hand sanitizer, and it honestly was the best confidence boost I've ever had.
What's my favorite memory I've had this year? That was that road trip when we had the foosball tournaments. That was a lot of fun.
The best memory I've had this year is probably road trip and just spending time with all the other seniors and mock trialers.
Oh, definitely putting on fake nails for my witness character with Kate frantically in a hotel room before a round for a witness I was playing.
Definitely the trip to Chicago. Nothing really specific sticks out to me, but just walking down in downtown and seeing all the sights, that was really fun.
The best memory I've had this year is probably the entirety of the Chicago trip. It was just such a fun experience, and meeting all the people outside of Trinity who do mock trial and love mock trial. It was just really great.
Best memory I have from this year would there's quite a few, but I'd probably say during Chicago, our Empire trip, when I was guest witnessing away from my team, there were a few people on the team that every time came and supported me. I had at least 4 people in there with me.
My best memory I've had this year was definitely Chicago, specifically winning Chicago, but being on council table with Adrian, Jenna, and Grace, and also getting to rep Daniel and all the hilarious sessions we had practicing for that.
The best memory I had this year was going to the 2023 Chicago Empire World Championship and winning, obviously. I had a lot of fun with my team though, and just like bonding and walking around Chicago and just having fun together.
My best memory was Empire in general, but specifically, I really liked when we were doing Interstellar, the online competition.
Oh my God. Every single one.
Before we logged onto the Zoom, we would always have dance parties to like, I'll make a man out of you.
How could I make a man out of you?
Or Love's an Open Door.
Something crazy. I love crazy. Love's an open door. Love's an open door.
And before every online round and in-person round, we all huddle up and we pray and we just give the round to God. And we do our cheer, which is really fun.
Trinity on me! Trinity on three! 1, 2, 3, Trinity!
Oh, controversial. The best memory I had this year by far was probably early on in the season. I was at a pretty gnarly spot in life personally, so it was in front of my teammates, and I just started talking to them, and I just started bursting out crying, and it was emotional, it was kind of dumb, but that was really like a turning point, I'd say, in the year for me, and we went on to win multiple competitions, and yeah, it was a cool pivotal point, I guess you could say.
What are you going to miss the most about this team in mock trial?
Oof, that's hard. Just everything. Spending time with friends, praising God, competing, just everything about them.
I think I'm gonna miss having a place where everyone loves the same thing and is working towards the same goal, and they're all just so into it that they want to talk about it constantly and talk about different theories and just be excited about it.
I think just having a lot of fun together and goofing around. Before rounds, we do our team dance, and then after rounds, we do our post-round Shirley Temples, and it's just kind of tradition. And I think just having those friendships, with people who you can be very goofy with, but you can also be serious when you need to, in a courtroom.
What I'm gonna miss most about this team in mock trial is the people. I've never met more amazing people in my entire life. I've been praying for them to come into my life for years, and I'm so blessed that each and every one of them are.
My friends. I started mock trial in middle school, but mock trial has really been my whole childhood. And so I think I'll just miss seeing my friends every day.
Pretty much everything, but just the community that we have. I think it's not something you find with a lot of high school friend groups. A lot of people are really shallow or not true friends, but I think that the community that we've made and the community that we have here is something that I'll cherish forever.
I'm definitely gonna miss road trip, classes, and just really connecting with all the people on the team.
I'll miss the most from this team would easily, hands down, be the camaraderie on the team and just all the relationships with the coaches, with all the teams. It's really something I've not seen before in places I've been, so that'll be quite a change when I leave here.
I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years now, so I think about mock trial, I'm gonna really miss just prepping a case, and our year starts in early June, and then it doesn't end till around March. So I think it's just a year, digging into a case, learning different roles, spending a lot of one-on-one time with coaches and friends. But I think as a whole, I will be, it literally brings me to tears to think that I'm gonna have to leave this family and just all the memories I've had. It's just such a beautiful, pivotal point in my life, and I'm really, really thankful that I got to be a part of it.
I'm gonna miss the family. Because when I joined mock trial, I knew I was joining a sport, but I didn't realize I was joining such a close-knit family. Having teammates that love me and love the Lord, and coaches that just pour into us so much. I'm really gonna miss it.
What is something about Adrian that sticks out to me? I would have to say with Adrian, it's the one-time principle. Tell Adrian something one time, give him one note, and he does it. I cannot tell you how valuable that is for a team and for a coach. When the competitor does that, it's awesome.
Something I love about Grace is how fierce she is. Whether it's inside the courtroom or outside the courtroom, she is willing to fight for what she believes in, for what she thinks is right, whether we're talking morally or, the best case strategy or way to handle an objection. And it's so much fun to see that in the courtroom when she just lights someone up or just pulls out the grace intimidation and people cower in fear, and it's really a wonder to behold.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is his smile. I think he just radiates joy, and he is so friendly. He will literally talk to anyone. He's, just fun and nice, and anybody can have a conversation with Danny. Danny will reach out to everyone. I love his enthusiasm for life. I love his love of the Lord, and I don't know, he's like a son to me. I've known him for years, and he's super affectionate and loving human being.
Something about Jaden that sticks out to me as a mock trialer, I would say, is his relentlessness. Jaden is relentless in his pursuit of excellence, in thinking about every possible way of doing something, every possible way of responding something, every little way that he could get better. Jaden is relentless, and that is an awesome quality.
She always just has the most beautiful smile on her face. She's so welcoming to everyone on the team, including people not on the team, like my kids. And Charlotte is a very discerning child, and Kate is one of her very favorite people. But I just love how warm and loving Kate is, and you see that inside and outside the courtroom.
The word that comes to my mind for Fiona is joy. Joy, joy, joy. She is super affectionate. She gives the best hugs. She always has a smile on her face. She is always happy, generally speaking, unless she's not feeling great. She's very responsible, somebody you can completely trust with any job that you give her, and she gives the best hugs ever. Just love her. She is a wonderful asset in any group.
Something about David that sticks out to me would be his enthusiasm and his positivity. And it not only has just this positive effect on the rest of his team, but he carries it over into the courtroom. In all of his performances, where he's been an expert so many times, his positivity, his enthusiasm is just a fantastic quality for so many reasons.
John is a lot of fun, and he's just, fun guy to be around. He's always asking thought-provoking questions and things, but one of my favorite things about John is when you get him in cross-examination and you get to sit back and watch him just destroy someone on the other side of that, whether that's an attorney or a witness. Long time ago, when John was just little baby John in 9th grade, his paper plate award was the Venus Flytrap Award. And it was about, he was a witness at the time, it was about how he would lure in the crossing attorney, being charming and charismatic and on the stand, and then all of a sudden, they would get caught in his claws, or jaws, I guess would be what that is, in his jaws, and just get destroyed. And that has not changed over the years. In fact, I would say he has developed and honed that skill, and it is just one of the most enjoyable mock trial moments when John just destroys someone on cross-examination.
The word that first comes to my mind is loyal. Jenna is obviously strives for excellence in everything she does, and she supports her teammates wonderfully. She works very, very hard, but she's also one of the most loyal people I have ever met. She loves deeply, and she will love them for life. So she is a lifelong friend, loyal to the end. And very, very sweet.
The thing about Thomas that sticks out to me is his consistency and his reliability. You just know what you're going to get with Thomas. You're going to get an excellent, smooth performance every single time. He's going to know everything about his role, his job, and to be able to rely on someone like Thomas in the role, the main lead role that he has, and just to know that every single time he's going to be consistent and excellent in what he does is a phenomenal quality.
What is your favorite memory with this group of people?
I think it's the nights that we spent together at our house playing Kahoot, actually. And also celebrating the end of Empire, screaming at the top of our heads in the bathroom, actually, to celebrate our win. Just all the many, there's just so many adventures and amazing times that we've had together, and I really, gosh, I'm gonna miss them a lot. It's been a really fun ride.
We have made a lot of memories together over the last 4 or 5 years, and it would be hard to narrow it down to just one. But I think I would have to say winning Chicago mock trial world championships at Empire was a pretty special memory.
1 week, 2 times.
This is Empire number 7. 7. God's perfect number.
That was just a lot of fun to earn that title again after so many years, but also to know everything that went into that, all of the work that the students put in, and just the devotion and so many hours, and just studying minutia and working things out, and then also coming together as a team to do that, because it doesn't matter how much time you put in as an individual. If you're not working well as a team, you don't win titles like that. So just knowing how much effort the team put into working together well, and coming together and working through conflicts and problems and issues, and coming out of it a stronger, such a bonded group of seniors and teams. It's been really neat to watch.
My favorite memory with this group of people, in addition to the road trips and the van trips and the wrestling over cases and figuring out strategies, would have to be our victory at Empire Chicago, the World Championship. It just felt like it was kind of like a full circle moment. It was kind of where the victories, our first success as Trinity mock trial began almost 10 years ago. And to come full circle, wrestle through a case that was so difficult, that we worked so hard at, against a field that was so good at such a big tournament, and to come away with that victory, and to do that together with our entire group of seniors was there in Chicago, either competing or supporting us. It was that's a memory I will not forget about this team.
What makes this class of seniors so special?
I think their love of the Lord and their love for one another. They really are special. I have great relationships with all of them. I love them so much. They're like my own children. They work really hard. They care. They're great leaders. They have grace in speech. They're humble, kind. I can't say enough about this group of seniors. I will miss them dearly and deeply, but I'm super excited to see what the Lord has planned for them, because they truly, truly follow Him, love Him, and they are just amazing. I love them all.
That is a tough question to answer, what makes this class so special. We have done a lot together over the last 4 5 years. Some of these graduating seniors were the first batch of middle schoolers to compete with Trinity in mock trial, so that's pretty fun. Just to be able to see how these kids have developed over the last 4 or 5 years has been amazing. And I guess I'd have to say one of my favorite moments has been winning Chicago Empire World Championship. That was a pretty amazing moment to do that, and just to know everything that went into that. I mean, they made it look so easy, and to know how much blood, sweat, and tears they put into that, and not just the work to do mock trial, but all the other kind of work that goes into being a successful team, to resolving conflict and figuring out how to work together with someone you maybe don't agree with or don't see eye to eye with, and just learning how to love each other really well, and the way that all of that, the hard work and resolving conflicts and all of that came together in such a fun and memorable moment, winning the World Championship.
What makes this class of seniors so special, in addition to the amazing success that they've had as a team, I think would be the journey. That they've been doing this, in most cases, together for a long, long time. Some of them all the way back to middle school. That's an incredible thing, to be coming to the end of this phase of a journey. Having walked this road together so long with all the ups and downs, some of them a lot of ups, some of them are downs, but having done that together as a journey together, I think is one of the things that makes this team really special.
Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Geoff or Goef, take your pick. And I just wanted to say I'm so sorry that I can't be there for your party. And I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of Trinity still, even though I'm so far away, and especially Trinity Mock Trial, which is the best in the world, as we've proven time and again. And that, in fact, arguably the best in the universe. Just saying. I especially want to say goodbye to some very close friends of mine that I've loved so many years over working with them on the team. And so I don't forget you, there are 10 of you. That's a shocking number that we're losing. Kate, Thomas, Jaden, Fiona, Adrian, John, David, Grace, Danny, and Jenna. What a terrible loss it will be for Trinity and Trinity Mock Trial. However, I know there are some wonderful students waiting in the wings. The next, of course, being our JV team. So to do some quick congratulations, we have congratulations to Trinity varsity team. Astonishing wins this past year for JV. Astonishing wins. And for middle school, you guys just blow me away. I am so thankful to be a part of your team. I praise the Lord every day that I get to still work with you. Thank you so much to all of the coaches for all of the hard work you do. I miss you. I so wish I could be there. I love you so much. And I look forward to working with those of you who are not graduating, hopefully in the next year. Love you guys. Bye.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up.